I thought my roommate was just extremely clean. Then I realized why she never leaves the apartment. When I first moved in with Sarah, I thought I'd struck roommate gold. The apartment was always spotless, the dishes were never left in the sink, and she was incredibly quiet. In fact, she was so quiet that during our first 3 months together, I never once saw her leave the apartment. I work long hours at a corporate job, so I figured our schedules just didn't align. I assumed she went to her classes or ran her errands while I was at the office. But then I started noticing the small things. She didn't have a phone. Whenever I asked for her number to coordinate rent, she'd laugh it off and say she preferred talking in person. She didn't have any social media, and no packages or mail ever arrived with her name on it. Every time I came home, she was always doing the exact same thing, standing at the kitchen counter, wiping down the already immaculate marble surface with a white cloth. The realization hit me on a Saturday. I had forgotten my keys and had to text our landlord to let me into the building. While he was unlocking the main door, I made a casual comment about how quiet Sarah and I kept the place. The landlord stopped, his keys jingling in the lock. He turned to me with a confused frown. "Sarah? Kid, you signed a single occupant lease. You're the only one living in 4B. My stomach dropped. I laughed nervously, thinking it was a clerical error. "No, Sarah. Tall, blonde hair, always wears a gray sweater. She's been living there for 3 months." The landlord's face went completely pale. He didn't say another word. He just unlocked the door, pushed it open, and walked straight down the hall to my apartment. I followed him, my heart hammering against my ribs. When we opened the door, the apartment was dead silent. The kitchen counter was gleaming, completely empty. Sarah wasn't there. "Look," the landlord said, his voice dropping to a whisper as he pointed to the kitchen floor. I didn't want to tell you this because the rent is hard to fill in this building. But 4 years ago, a girl named Sarah lived here. She was a neat freak, perfect tenant. "What happened to her?" I asked, barely able to breathe. "She went missing," he said, shaking his head. "The police searched this place top to bottom. They found her wallet, her keys, her phone, all sitting right on that counter. But she was gone. The case is still open." I stood there in the center of the living room, staring at the spotless kitchen. The landlord left a few minutes later, advising me to pack my things if I felt uncomfortable. I told myself he was just trying to scare me, or that he was mistaken. I decided to stay the night and pack in the morning. That night I couldn't sleep. Every tiny creak of the old building made me jump. Around 3 a.m. I heard it, the distinct rhythmic sound of a cloth wiping down the kitchen counter. Squeak, squeak, squeak. I grabbed my phone, crept out of my bedroom, and turned the corner into the hallway. The kitchen was empty. The moonlight was streaming through the window, illuminating the counter. Nobody was there. But as I watched, a wet, circular smudge appeared on the marble surface, moving back and forth as if guided by an invisible hand. Then, my phone buzzed in my hand. It was a text from an unknown number. I opened it. The message read, "You missed a spot behind the toaster." I looked up from my screen just in time to see the white cloth sitting on the counter slowly lift into the air, entirely on its own.